Taipei, the capital of Taiwan, is a sprawling city in Eastern Asia, home to more than 6.5 million inhabitants. Functioning as the political and economical capital of the country, the city is home to one of the most recognizable skylines in Asia and perhaps the world. As the capital of Taiwan, it saw its importance grow dramatically in the region during the 80s and the 90s, and investments in IT infrastructure and manufacturing helped it become one of the leading cities in the world for advanced semiconductors and memory production. The city we call Taipei is actually an enclave within the wider New Taipei city that, alongside Keelung, makes up, as you may guess, the Taipei-Keelung metropolitan area. The whole region is home to more than 7 million people spread across these areas, with New Taipei City being by far the largest, with roughly 57% of the total population. The city's inhabitants can take advantage of its decently sized subway system, comprising 5 subway lines that move people throughout the region, with a subway line to inhabitants ratio of 1.4 million people. There are also some light rail lines as well as bus lines, and some subway stations also connect to the much wider Taiwan Railway and the high-speed railway, where Shinkansen-like trains connect people from Nangang in the north to Kaohsiung in the south. I happened to visit Taipei in early September 25, right in time to enjoy its lovely 42 degrees plus humidity and take advantage of the occasional typhoons that forced me into malls and subway stations. It was my first time visiting, so I prepared a list of all the main must-see locations, including the Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall, the adjacent National Theatre, National Concert Hall, and the Liberty Square Archway. Furthermore, Langshan Temple, the Xiamending shopping area, some night markets, and the Huashan Creative Park were on my list. I also enjoy scouting for some Japanese-era colonial buildings like the Presidential Office Building, Popiliao Historical Block, and Taipei Station, as well as more modern buildings like the Taozu Yinyuan apartment complex. This complex, also known as the Agora Garden, is often described as the most expensive residential development in Taiwan, with its priciest unit selling for 1.2 billion new Taiwan dollars, or roughly 37 million USD. Completed in 2018, it offers several fascinating design elements that deserve a deeper dive, something we might cover in a future video, so make sure to subscribe to catch that when it drops. Located in the Xinye district, the city's main commercial hub, this area is a vibrant mix of upscale malls, high-end restaurants, towering high-rises, offices, hotels, and residential spaces. One of the busiest zones in both the city and the country, it is crossed north to south by Shanti Avenue Plaza, a lively pedestrian promenade where you can watch street performers, sip some bubble tea, or simply relax while observing daily life unfold around you. Prices are reasonable, but as an upscale district, you'll also find luxury brands like Gucci, Moncler, and Prada lining the streets. Among the many shopping centers, the most iconic is for sure the Taipei 101 Mall, not just for its tenants, design, dedicated subway stop, or sheer scale, but the landmark it's attached to, Taipei 101. Rising to 508 meters, it is the tallest structure in Taiwan and 11th tallest globally. When it opened in 2004, it held the world record until 2009, when Dubai's Burj Khalifa took the crown away from it. In my view, this tower is what truly put Taipei on the global stage, symbolizing a transformation from a historically overlooked island long influenced by external powers into a nation capable of competing with regional powerhouses like China and Japan, carving out its own industrial niche and maintaining a competitive edge into the 2020s. While Taiwan's early advantages, such as low wages and plastic manufacturing, have faded, the real measure of success lies in sustaining high value-added industries. In Taiwan's case, that strength lies in high-end semiconductor manufacturing. But if you're anything like me chronically on YouTube, watching explainer videos, you probably already knew that. Other topics I believe we can skip include the ongoing security concerns related to China, Taiwan's period under Japanese rule, and Taipei 101's tuned mass temper. One aspect I rarely hear discussed is the list of companies occupying office space inside the tower. Looking at it, you quickly see how it reflects Taiwan's global integration. Firms such as Korea's Coupang, Australia's ANZ, France's L'Oreal Group, Japan's Nomura, Sweden's Volvo, Spain's BBVA, the UK's HSBC, Germany's Bayer, China's Air China, Singapore's DBS, and American giants like McKinsey & Company, Bank of America, and Google all maintain a presence here. A small downside of the tower that all tall buildings have in common is that you can actually see it well while standing underneath it, so to appreciate it fully, you need to step back a few hundred meters. For that, I headed to Elephant Mountain. This popular viewpoint features well-maintained trails that are manageable provided you pace yourself, stay hydrated, and avoid extreme heat conditions. With multiple access points, you can choose the most convenient route depending on your starting location. From the top, you're rewarded with sweeping views stretching from the airport in the west to the Nehu district in the east. Maybe it's just my algorithm being deviated, but I had seen countless photos of fitness enthusiasts posing at viewpoints along the trail, and naturally, I wanted my own version. Don't worry, I'm no influencer, and with my 400 Instagram followers, I'm not planning to become one. Still, as I climb, I pause several times to take photos and enjoy the scenery. A storm was approaching, so my goal was simple: reach the top, snap a picture with the skyline behind me, and head back down. Halfway up, however, I stumbled upon something quite unexpected. A public gym, thoughtfully installed perhaps by the local municipality, right along the trail. It's surprisingly practical, in a way that after working out your legs on the climb, you can switch to upper body exercises. Just make sure your tetanus shot is up to date, the equipment is, well, a bit rusty. And while training, you'll likely find yourself surrounded by local elders going through their daily workout. There is even a restroom just a flight of stairs below. Unfortunately, I didn't take many photos of this spot, as I had no idea I would later become part of a video. I like to call it the most convenient gym in Taiwan, because after a few sets, I just got enough of a pump for some fitness-style shirtless shots. Sweaty, slightly exhausted, and with lactic acid kicking in, I finally grabbed my phone and captured a few photos with the skyline behind me, just like seeing others do online. Is it a bit of a mindless imitation? Probably, but hey, my mom said I look cool. The descent was, as you'd expect, much easier, although the temperatures were still in the low 40s. I made the mistake of not getting enough hydration, and that didn't help. Water eventually fell from the sky, in the sense that the storm, a tropical storm, eventually did hit, and I was glad I had squeezed my hike to the mountain that morning. And so if you want to visit the most convenient gym in the whole of Taiwan, and perhaps the highest according to this Japanese guy, scan the QR code on screen that will take you to the Google Maps page for it, so you can add it to your list of places to visit in your next trip to Taipei. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye!